Good to see you, man. Come. Take a seat.
Okay. Alright, so as you all can see, we are right now in Barry's art studio, where Barry is a professional artist selling paintings for a living. You all really cannot see through the camera, but when you're here, you can see that these paintings really have some emotional depth to it, and it's really, really good. So Barry, the last time we met, we had a sharing session about our encounter with drugs. I think we both share one common regret, but I also want to know, why do you start using drugs?
Because my family has little supervisions on me, and then I took drugs because I just want to blend in with my peers. And then I actually realized that this new habit leads to a lot of issues. Definitely, first damage is the health.
Your mental health.
Yeah, mental health, then my body, right? Then also the relationship with my family. Also, I'm not very expressive. And then what happened was that I bottled up myself. I think my best company is still glue during that time when I was young. And then eventually leads to inject through my veins.
So it's not even orally, not even
no longer oral. Eventually leads to the loss of veins.
Loss of veins?
Yeah, as you can see, like my arms now have no veins.
I thought because your tattoo cover up.
All over. Okay.
So your arms are totally...
Yeah, you can see then totally no veins.
Oh my, yeah.
Alright. If I go to hospital to draw blood for tests, the staff nurse can't draw my blood. Only the specialist or doctor are qualified because they can't find my veins. When I went for surgery, they inject my neck and then my leg. That's where they found the main artery.
Right.
It's because of the use of substance cooked together with other substances. It contains the residues that cannot be seen with the naked eyes. And then eventually will choke the vein to kind of hinder the blood to flow in smooth.
So it actually constricts until it's like very small.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, Noah, now it's my turn to ask you a question. Being two people with different statuses, right? As for you, you are a public figure. So when you were arrested, that moment where your reputations are being compromised, so how do you cope?
Yeah, so back then I was arrested in 2016. I was sentenced to 9 months in the detention barracks. Luckily, good behavior then come out in 6 months.
Right.
Yeah. But because I'm a public figure, right? Especially now, I think in this day and age, you know, where cancel culture is very prevalent.
Yeah.
As a public figure, no matter what you do, no matter you do something good or something bad, everything will be projected 10 or 50 or 100 times more. And in 2016, when I just came out, everybody already knew what happened to me, right? My career opportunities were of course very scarce. I had to literally go around and beg people to use me. Because I mean, who would want to use someone who was freshly, you know, this bad news just happened to them, right?
Do you feel that the stigma is given by yourself also?
I mean, for people to forgive you, right, I think you first have to forgive yourself.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Who was your main source of support?
My family and my boys, my friends. They would send me letters every week because, you know, in DB, everybody gets letters, right? So I remember my cellmates, their letters that they get is like maybe 1-2 pieces of paper every week. So and like very, very thin. But when my letters came, it's really one stack.
The sensation of receiving letters.
Right? Yeah. You really feel like
someone's still there for you.
There are people out there who are really caring for you. And I think without those letters, right, I would have maybe gone down a different path really.
Definitely, I think so.
Yeah. So how long did it take for you to stop? Like totally stop your addiction?
Actually, I was in prison in and out for 11 times. Okay?
11 times?
Yeah,
okay.
11 times. And then every time I'm inside, I will tell myself, or I even promise myself that I will change and I wanted to change. But the moment I stepped out of prison, I totally forgotten that what I have promised to myself. And then because of all this repeated relapse and constant disappointment I caused to my family, eventually they kind of gave up hope on me, and then that's where I have no one to turn to. I only have my so-called gang members that I thought they are true friends or brothers. Little did I know that their encouragement or influence actually leads me to more relapse. I kind of lost hope in life, that I don't see the point of living, and I clearly remembered that I actually prayed for death. Yeah, that was the state that how bad I was. And I went back to prison the final time at 2008. I was arrested for drug consumptions and 2 counts of armed robbery. And I clearly remember that night where I got arrested, where the IO took my statement. So my IO told me to get ready for a minimum of 10 years and 24 strokes of cane. But because of my withdrawal symptom, my IO sent me to Changi Prison Complex Medical Center. As I walk in towards that passage that leads to the ward, to me that experience is like walking towards the passage of death. The following day, where I go for my morning ablutions to wash my face, and then someone called me out, "Hey Barry, so it's like a very common kind of like asking. Then I reply in, "Hey, cepat ciala already. Why I kakong? Minimum of 10 years and 24 strokes of cane." The way I reply him is actually quite in a boastful manner, you know.
To like to put up a strong front.
Yeah, I have to sat ma. Deep within, I'm very fearful also. So when I asked him back then, what about you? He actually replied me that I don't stand a chance to get out of prison anymore because he's going to face a death sentence. And that really struck me and also caught me dumbfounded.
There's nothing you can say.
I don't know what to say, you know, just like,
Yeah.
because that prison ward actually houses all those people with terminal illnesses, that means cancer, or you know, they left a couple of weeks to live or months to live. It is also through that kind of setting leads me to see things differently. When I sat back on my bed, you know, to ponder over it, I was thinking, at least I still have a chance to walk out.
That's definitely not what you...
That's where I make up my mind. I was so convicted to want to change my life. And then after that, after I discharged from that hospital, instead of praying for death, I actually pray for life already, because I see hope.
Hope is a very powerful thing.
Yeah, definitely, because inside prison, when you get arrested, how do you feel? You feel everything is like hopeless.
Yeah.
I think even before you are arrested, when you are being addicted, bound by drugs, where you cannot set yourself free, to me is a torture, both mentally, I think, and it's also physically.
Yeah,
because I don't see hope at all. What about you, Noah? How do you stop the habit of falling back to drugs again?
I really think it boils down to the support of my family and friends. To reciprocate their love for me, I think it's only right that I don't put them back in the same situation.
But what if during that time there wasn't anyone to support you?
Wow, then jialat. I don't think I'll be talking to you here today. Yeah, maybe, you know, somewhere back inside or somewhere else. For me personally, what really keeps me going, I mean, other than the support, for us both, we love what we do.
Yeah.
We want to continue doing what we do, and we want to see it multiply 10, 20 folds. So can you tell us all, how do you become from a drug abuser to now a professional artist, and how did it change your life?
When I was in prison, it started when they have this yellow ribbon art competitions. So I actually participated just to distract and pass my time.
At least you got something to do, right?
Yeah, and little did I know that artwork that I submitted actually got into the finals, and eventually I got an award.
So you anyhow submit, then anyhow win award?
Yeah, anyhow.
So simple. This is talent.
Pastime. After being awarded, right, then they sent me to a 24 lessons of basic art course. Every day I would continue to do painting till my release. After my release 2015, I was invited back to participate with Yellow Ribbon Community Art Exhibitions. And then it was a collaboration with the Singapore Art Museum and the Singapore Prison Service. I was also invited back to where I came from to be the mentor for that year. The feelings were so different, you know, because
right now you're going back not as
not as a prisoner in it, but now going back as a free man.
Yeah.
I'm also very glad that the Yellow Ribbon Project actually supported me by commissioning me to do painting. I'm very thankful for that as well. And then in the process of painting, I always challenge myself with questions, the definitions of being an artist. Being an artist is just someone that you simply create things. In fact, everyone, including yourself, is an artist. As long as you create something out of nothing, you are actually an artist. So Noah, what is the opposite of creating?
Destroy.
Precisely. I came to realize that instead of creating, I was actually destroying the trust, the relationship with my family, my health, literally everything. tell myself that I no longer want to destroy, but to create. So what to create? A good relationship with my family. Those that I've destroyed in my life before, I want to create again.
So Barry, can you tell me how you actually went on to amend the things that you said that you destroyed?
Actually, it's through my creations. One day, I got an interview by the Straits Times. My newspaper article was published. That morning, I was actually, after my shower, preparing for my church service. And then the phone rang. So when I saw the phone number, it's a kind of foreign number that I didn't know who's the caller. So the moment I answered the phone, I actually burst into tears because it was my mother. And the moment I hear her voice, I start to tell her that, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. And I keep going on until there's one point of time my mom have to stop me. And this is what my mom said. Mom just read the article this morning. And while I'm still living, this is the best gift you have given me. And I'm very proud of you.
I'm sure I did.
Wow.
I'm very proud, yeah.
When I heard that,
Even more you cried.
over years, I cry even more, because since young till my last stint with the imprisonment, there wasn't any time where my mom will say that to me. But that's the day that marked the reconciliations with me and my mother. Because prior to that, for more than 10 years, I didn't see my mother at all. So after we reconnected that morning when I was on my way to church, then I received a WhatsApp message. It was sent by my younger brother. We don't talk much, but he sent me an image of his wife, my sister-in-law, and his kids are all surrounding the newspaper, reading the article. I remember the church I went is at Pasir Ris, right, near the food court, where they are so crowded. When I saw the message, I actually can't control my emotions. Then I keep tearing, but because it was a public space, so I have to act as if that, sand went into my eyes, but I just cannot control. Hence, I got my PhD that day.
PhD?
Yes. The PhD I meant is on that day after my reconciliations with my family members, it marks the day that I'm pardoned, I'm healed, and I'm delivered.
I also want PhD. So can you tell me which artwork you feel is your best one and how does it relate to your past offense with drugs?
I think the best one, or I rather put it as in most significant one, is the starfish story. Because when I painted that, I can really reflect and see myself in the painting. The story goes that one day a young boy was picking up starfish that was washed ashore, and then there was a man, the old man, that came from behind and saw what the boy was doing. He was picking a starfish and throwing back to the sea. So he came to the boy and says, "What's the purpose of doing this? Well, there are thousands of starfish being washed ashore." But the boy just kept doing what he was doing. He told the old man, "Yes, it may not matter to you, but it does matter to that one starfish." When I painted this, I kind of see myself in the painting, where I was like a starfish before. People who reach out to me and they try to save me and pull me back to the sea. But then I kind of stubborn and came back again, being washed again. But on the other part, I see myself as wanting to be the boy, using art as a medium to reach out to people.
I think as time goes by, then you start to evolve into the different character of the story. Wow, Barry, this is really, really super impressive. Like honestly, when I just walked in the studio, right, this is the first art piece that actually caught my eye.
Hey, thank you, man. This is not the first piece, definitely, because the original piece was actually donated to the church.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
In fact, this is, I think, don't know, I kind of lost count how many pieces I've created already.
So you've replicated this like...
Yeah, similar, but because of the significance that I want to share. Right, that's why I keep repeating it.
Right. So Barry, do you have any advice for the youths out there in terms of staying away from drugs?
My advice for them is to see themselves as a living piece of art. That means they are an artist. As an artist, they have the power to create as well as they also have the power to destroy. So along the way of creating, they may face through some challenges. They may have fear along the way as well. And that definitely is the process of creation.
Yeah.
But as long as they continue to put in effort and stay focused with discipline, they will see breakthroughs. And also remember that as long as you have breath, you have hope. Once if you lost your breath, I think nothing else matters anyhow. And that is not just my motto of living, that is also my philosophy in life.
So Barry, I actually have a gift for you. And this is one of my career milestones.
Wow.
Although I'm not a painter, but this is my form of art.
Oh, thank you very
Hope
much.
you
I
enjoy.
really
You watched before or not?
Huh?
You watched before or not?
I watched before, but now I don't have DVD player. That's all.
Well, I go Sim Square and buy for you a DVD player.
Okay. Oh, so you are the one who acted in this.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. Maybe I may not have DVD player, but I still treasure it. And thank you very much. Okay, Noah, I also have a gift for you.
Oh, wow! It's a t-shirt!
Yes.
Oh, it's the same as yours!
Yes, it's the same as mine. This artwork is about the place where I visited in London.
Yeah.
You can see in London where I felt there's quite confused and I felt that there's chaos. You see the blocks?
Yeah.
These are all the buildings from the helicopter view.
Right.
And then the lines are actually the streets of London. So that's where, when we are heading for directions, during that time I kind of lost my directions, right? So, but I believe that, why I painted this, I believe because there is peace in the midst of chaos. Okay? That means I also wish that this peace can go with you.
That's right. Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you, Barry.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
bro.
Thank you.